Boom shakalaka. There's no denying it. The market has been going sideways for almost a year now, and despite people being very fearful at the moment, today's video we're going to go over why things are actually looking brighter than they may first appear, and also if this is indeed a true buying opportunity. We're going to be taking a look at 5 altcoins you've definitely got to take a look at yourself. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're taking a look at why Bitcoin going sideways is actually great news and 5 must take a look at altcoins. I would say must buy, but this isn't financial advice. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Don't be a retard. Duh. Now, before we get into it, guys, if you could just gently caress that like button with your finger or your tongue or your nose or your ear or whatever works for you. You could even use other body parts I can't mention in YouTube videos. But if you just want to mash on that like button, it helps out so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, come join us over on Twitter, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts. Now, as you can see from the chart right here, it's clearly evident. Bitcoin has just been going sideways. With the exception of this time period right here, from October to February of last year, guess what? Bitcoin has pretty much just been going sideways. And when that happens, it's boring. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are just like, come on, Bitcoin, do something. I'm dying here. Just do something. Come on. I don't care if you go up. I don't care if you go down. Just do something. Most people want Bitcoin to go up. But you know, the little fear, the amygdala response, you know, getting that hijack going on. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, fearful. What is happening right now? As we see right now, guys, yesterday, extreme fear, 16. Goodness. Why? Considering last month we had greed, 74%. Well, it turns out that if we take a look at data, because price, despite what you think causes price to go up and down, it really is mostly a factor of supply and demand. And we know the supply of Bitcoin, and we can kind of estimate the demand based on how many people are pumping it and, you know, going balls to the wall about Bitcoin. But it turns out that we have this supply shock valuation metric. So we can see here, this Willy Woo chart, that he says currently we're trading at a very decent discount. Anytime the blue line is underneath this red line, guess what? Great time to buy. You could see right here, great time to buy before the price took off. Same thing right here, same thing right here, same thing right here, again and again and again. Every time it's underneath the supply shock line, guess what? Bitcoin price goes up afterwards. And right now, if you take a look, the price is below the supply shock valuation. But even that, I mean, there's nothing saying sell toward territory, and we're not even down like the serious buy territory. This is just the boring territory is what I like to call it. Basically, the yellow area is just boring, you know? It's not like sell, everybody's not like moon Lambos and whatever, and it's not buy, everybody's not like, oh my god, it's going to zero, it's going to die again. We're just kind of in no man's land. And if we take a look at it over time on a cbbi.info, we can see that right now we're at 54% confidence. Guess what? The last time it was around this area was $23,000. Bitcoin has more than doubled in price, and we still are not near the top. As a matter of fact, this is great news, because if we continue to stay at this level, we're not going to reach a peak, but the level keeps increasing and increasing and increasing and increasing, which means that when we do eventually have a peak, the price is going to be much, much higher. Which brings us back to this chart right here. As a matter of fact, we can take a look at the Fear and Greed Index to determine selling zones and buying zones. And if we take a look right here, we are in a buying zone right now. We can see the Crypto Fear and Greed Index over time. Anytime above 80, you want to sell, which was probably back in the beginning of November. However, anytime below 20, you want to buy, which would be pretty much right about now. If you're trading on a regular basis, that is the good times to do it. But, you know, if you're not interested in buying or selling, or maybe if you're smart and you're acting like smart money, you're buying the deals before they're FOMOing in, you're buying pre-FOMO, that's the time to be buying. So for that, I just want to present to you 5 coins that I think could potentially do well when the market eventually corrects and starts taking off again, because who knows when that'll happen. There's supposed to be a lot of money coming into crypto in Q1 of next year from hedge funds, because it takes them a while to get the money allocated to where they can put it in cryptocurrency. Well, if that happens, that could be a lot of money coming into crypto, could potentially send the price soaring. So that being said, here's some projects that I was just playing around on Token Metrics, and I found these projects. Now, me personally, I've only invested in one of them so far, one of the 5 so far. The others I am considering. I'm doing more due diligence because I don't really like to jump into projects. But these are 5 that have really pricked my attention. I am doing more diligence on them because they could very well be very interesting projects, could potentially do very well over the next few months. Now, that being said, the first one, I'll just give you a heads up. The first one that I have already invested in, you guys know about this. I made a video about it months ago when it was a lot cheaper than it is now. Gala Games. I mean, this is a gaming platform created by the guy who created Farmville, which is arguably probably one of the most pervasive games in history. Okay, well, he created Gala Games, so that's one. Definitely take a look at, because if Metaverse is going to be going, if crypto gaming is going to be continuing, well, I would think that Gala Games is probably going to do pretty darn good. So that's the first one. The second one, pretty popular right now, Railgun, privacy. Okay, so a lot of people like privacy. Now, I think privacy coins are kind of a mixed bag because governments clearly don't want them, but people want them. And so there's kind of this fight back and forth. Like, I always thought privacy coins were awesome, but at the same time, they just don't seem to do that well in terms of price. But this one does have something that's pretty interesting, and they have a team with a lot of experience. And so because of that, this one right here could be something that could potentially do very well, because privacy tends to pump. Like, there's privacy pumps. Everybody pumps privacy coins and then they just kind of die. And, maybe that's the next cycle. So, Railgun is the second one to take a look at. Next one is Circuits of Value. Now, this one also pretty popular right now, but it's pretty interesting because you can combine different blockchain tokens into a single token. Tradable DeFi pools make any token a privacy token, make tradable portfolios. So you can see there's somewhat of privacy theme going on right here, but you can make composite tokens. Not only that, but you can do value-backed digital art, tradable portfolios, portable liquidity pools, transparent funds, aggregate token creation. So there's a lot going on with Circuits of Value. Again, both of these so far pretty far down on market cap ranking. The next one I think is a very interesting project. This one could potentially revolutionize crypto payments, okay? Because what this does is it adds an undo and a P2P swap button for crypto transactions. Right now, transferring crypto is a stressful task, because if you send it into the ether, guess what? It's gone forever. About 5 million Bitcoin gone forever because wallets are lost, people send them into the ether, whatever. Well, Karobo removes the risk of that because they add an undo button to all transactions. You give the receiver a passcode. The transaction isn't complete until they enter the passcode. So if you send it and they don't get it, guess what? They don't enter the passcode, you can undo it. That's pretty revolutionary. I think this one has the potential to be something big if it gains adoption. So that's Karobo, the fourth one for you. And the last one is another interesting project, could be somewhat revolutionary, ensuring your crypto portfolio and insurance ecosystem with staking power. So this is Insure DeFi. Basically what you do is you insure your cryptocurrency, and they have the packages down here. So basically you stake a certain amount for however long you want the coverage for a year, for 2 years, for longer than that. And it ensures coverage up to a certain amount from scammers, from devaluation, from stolen funds. And so you buy it and you stake it, and you can earn up to 60% APY while you're staking. So another interesting thing to keep people safe from losing cryptocurrency, because that's one of the biggest risks. Karobo and Insure kind of handle two of the biggest risks of cryptocurrency, sending it to the wrong location and losing it to hackers or some other type of thing. So that being said, I'm not saying go FOMO buy any of these coins, but I've been looking at a whole bunch of coins, considering which ones to allocate some of my portfolio to while we have a bit of a stale sideways market. These 5 have pricked my interest, and I just wanted to bring them up to you because I care about you guys and because I want us all to make a lot of money together. So just to recap, we have Gala Games, we have Railgun, we have Circuits of Value, Karobo, and Insure. And if you want to use the same system that I use to find out a lot about a lot of different coins, including using the TM grade, which helps me rank coins very easily using artificial intelligence and machine learning, well, you could just answer that damn phone. I'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.